Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is my third video in our Apex learning journey. In this video, we're gonna cover expression operators, comments, assignment statements, and condition flow statements. So let's go and get started and look into the details of each topic. Expression operators. So here I have listed some important expression operators which we're gonna use in Apex code. So there are more operators available. You can refer into the Apex developer docs. So but I have listed the important ones. So the first operator is equal to. So what this operator will do, the syntax is gonna be x equal to y. So this operator assigns a value of y to x. However, the data types of x and y should be same and cannot be null. So if x is 4 and y is 3, the new value of x is gonna be 3 and plus equal to. So this operator adds a value of y to the original value of x. So if x is 4 and y is 2, the new value of x is gonna be 6. And similarly, multiplication equal to, or you can say star equal to. So this gonna multiplies the value of y with the original value of x. And if the value of x is 4 and y is 4, then the new value of x is 16. And similarly, subtraction equal to. So this is gonna subtract the value of y to the original value of x. So and operator. So ampersand represents and operator. X. So the syntax is x and y. So this will compare the value of x and y. So x and y should be boolean, and if both x and y are returning true, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So basically it's checked both the condition of x and y. So and operator. So the syntax is x uh, or y. So what this will do, so this will compare x and y, and x and y should be boolean, and if any of the x and y are returning true, then the this expression will return true, and if both the values are false, then it will return false. Equal to. So basically this operator will compare the value of x and y. If value of x and y are same, then it will return true, otherwise false. Not equal to, the next operator. So the not equal to, if x and y are not same and not equal, the value of x and y are not same and not equal, so then it means it will return true, otherwise false. If they are equal, it will return false. Plus plus is the increment operator, and by default it will increment by 1. So if the value of x is 1, the increment operator will increment the value by 1. And if we want to increment by 2, we can specify x plus plus by 2. Uh, x plus plus 2, and minus minus is decrement operator, and this will decrement the value by 1. If the original value is x is 5, then with the decrement operator the new value is gonna be 4. So, and again, if you want to decrement by 2 or 3, we can just specify the number. So let's go on to the next section, comments. So comments, both single and multi-line comments are supported in Apex code. To create a single line comment, we use /2/. All characters on the same line to the right are ignored by the parser. So for example, integer I equals to 1 followed by semicolon, and then /2/, and any line, any text that you are typing in this line, it will be ignored by the parser. So in this example, this comment is ignored by the parser. So that's how you write the comment. And if you want to write multi-line comment, use /, then star sign, or you can multiplication sign, and multiplication, then forward slash to demarcate the beginning and end of the comment block. For example, this. So these lines, the comment can wrap over multiple lines without getting interpreted by the parser. So these lines will be ignored by the parser. So assignment statements. An assignment statement is any statement that places a value into a variable. So suppose you're declaring a variable integer variable I, and you assign a value to I equals to 1. So that is a assignment statement. So integer I equals to 1 is an assignment statement. You have assigned value to I to 1. Okay, so and account A. So A is the variable that is a type of S object account, and now you are assigning A to the new account, but you haven't provided any value, but you can give. So account, so the next statement, select ID from account, and you are holding into the account array. ACCTS is the variable name. So that's how you assign the value to the variable. So okay, now comes on to the conditional statement. So conditional statement. So let's understand if else statement first. So what if now followed by the condition, boolean condition. If the boolean condition is true, then the statement 1 will be executed. Otherwise, if it is false, then it will the control will come over to else statement, and statement 2 will be executed. So let's understand the repeated else if statement that are also allowed in Apex. For example, if place equal to 1, if this is true, then the medal color value will gonna be gold. Else if, then it will check the second condition. If the place equals to 2, then the medal color value will be silver. Else if place 3, if again it will check condition. If it is true, then bronze. Otherwise, else medal color will be null. So that's how you do if else repeated if else. So let's understand switch statement. A switch statement that tests whether an expression matches one of the several values and branches accordingly. So let's understand this syntax. Switch on expression when value 1, so execute code block 1. When value 2, execute code block 2. When value 3, code blocks 3. So there is no boolean condition, but you are specifying the value directly. Or default block is optional. So if you want to do any default block, so when else, then it will execute if none of the values, value 1 and value 3, it will execute code block 4. So do while loop. The Apex do while loop repeatedly execute a block of code as long as a particular Boolean conditions remains true. Its syntax is this. So do code block, then it will check the conditions. So it is running the code block first, then it is checking the conditions. So for example, integer count equals to 1. So you're declaring integer variable count is the name, and you are assigning value to 1. So in the do block, you are printing the you are basically printing in the debug log count value, integer value, and incrementing count plus plus, and then you are checking the condition. So if count is less than 1, so it will iterate until the value is less than 11. So once the value is more than 11, it will come out from the loop. So in any of the condition, it's gonna execute the code block. So even if the condition is not meeting. Okay. While loop. The Apex while loop repeatedly executes a block of code as long as a particular Boolean condition remains true. Its syntax is this. So while condition, so the difference is it will check the condition first, then code block. So if the condition is not true, it will not enter into the code block. So for example, integer count 1 while count less than equal to 11. So system.debug count and incrementing count plus plus. Every time it will increment to 1. So if the count is 1, so the next value is gonna be 2. So then it will go and check the condition and print the value of the integer count. Then it will increment the value again. So it will go until the condition is true. Once the condition is false, then it will come out from the loop. Traditional for loop. The traditional for loop in Apex corresponds to the traditional syntax used in Java and other languages. Its syntax is this. For end statement, exit condition, then increment statement, then code block in the curly braces. For integer I equals to 0. So in the first statement, what we are doing, we are we are declaring the integer and also initializing the value of this integer to 0. And the second condition, second is the condition where we are checking if I is less than 10, then it will go into the loop system.debug, and what we are doing there, I plus 1. So it will take the value of I uh, in the first iteration. The value of I is gonna be 0, 0 plus 1, and it will print the value in the debug log starting from 1. And then it will increment the value of I to 1. List and set iteration for loop. The list or set iteration for loop iterates over all elements in a list or set. Its syntax is this. For variable list or set, then in the curly braces code block. For example, the following code outputs the number 1 to 10 to the debug log. So in this example, what we are doing, we are creating integer array, and the variable name is my ints, and in that integer array we are storing value from 1 to 10, and then we are iterating for integer I my ints and then system.debug, so it will print value of I in the debug logs. So I hope you like the content of this video. I will catch you up in my next video in Apex learning series. Thanks for giving your time and thanks for learning together. And please let me know if you have any question or any feedback.